Hello everyone. Welcome back to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube where we talk about all things luxury, be it luxury fashion, luxury travel, or life's luxuries in general. Today is one of my favorite videos to watch of other people, and it is also a very interesting video for me to film, and that is going to be my 2025 luxury wish list. I'm filming it in front of my Christmas tree. This is the last video that I film in front of my Christmas tree every year before I take it down on January 1. And so with that, let's get into this video. I have organized it based on new items I am after, or pre-loved items I am after, and then there's a third category this year as well, which is potential Paris items. And depending on how long this video goes, it might go up in 2 parts, so make sure to be subscribed to see part 2. Now, when it comes to this wish list this year, I'm going to have a very big shocker for you guys. If you know my channel, you know that my 2 brands that I absolutely love and always have stuff on for my wish list, it seems like, is YSL and David Yurman. And this year on my wish list, there's no YSL and there's no David Yurman. I have so many just amazing pieces from David Yurman, and I have such a collection from David Yurman that, barring new things that come out, I currently feel so happy with all the pieces that I have that I don't feel like I have any jewelry gaps. And so I don't really have anything on my wish list from David Yurman. With YSL, the stuff that's coming out for the spring collection, at least it ran on the runway, wasn't my favorite collection. So I don't have anything from that I'm really wanting. I don't have anything specific that exists. And so there's nothing on there from there either. That doesn't mean that things won't be added throughout the year, but currently there's no YSL at all on my wish list. But let's talk about what is actually on my wish list, and let's start out with jewelry. So the one thing that is the #1 priority for me this year is accomplishing a couple of goals, one here on YouTube, one for my career. And for whichever one I hit first, I am getting the Tag Her Carrera date watch that I've been in love with for the past like 7 or 8 months, I think at this point. I've been talking about this watch so much, and this is the watch that I am getting. This is happening this year. I am manifesting these goals happening this year, and this watch coming home to be a part of it. And that's it. That's my only real jewelry priority this year. There are a couple of fine jewelry pieces from my local jeweler that I would like to have created at some point, but they aren't overall high priorities for me when it comes to luxury. And so that's it for jewelry. When it comes to luxury accessories, I also only have one real priority for this year, and that is that I want to find a really cool pair of brown tortoiseshell sunglasses. I'm looking a lot at pairs from Celine, I'm looking at pairs from Dior, I'm looking at pairs from the brand Dita, and other brands as well. I'm open to anything, but I'm looking for just a really, really cool pair of sunglasses in a brown tortoiseshell. And when it comes to shoes, another smaller wish list. First priority is getting my Christian Louboutin Kate 85mm black patent leather slingbacks. These have been on my wish for a couple of years now, and they just haven't happened as Christmas gifts. They've been constantly pushed down by other newer things that have been coming out. These are definitely going to happen this year. They are at the top of my new items priority list, but they are on the list. The other item that is on the list is that I realize I need a pair of nude ballet flats. I don't have a specific brand in mind yet. I'm probably gonna look at Stuart Weitzman, and I'm open to really any brand, just wanting a very plain, simple, pointed toe nude ballet flat. And then when it comes to clothing, there are a couple of other items. Again, I don't really have specific like brands in mind for, but I know I need to add these into my collection. And they're sort of jacket themed. That is going to be a black blazer. That's going to be a black wool winter coat, cashmere wool blend winter coat, and a denim jacket. Those are the 3 things that I am really on the hunt for this year clothing wise. And so I'm trying to stay very, very focused on that. That being said, I do have 2 pre-orders that will be coming. One is the runway dress from Ferrari, this gorgeous green runway dress that I'm super, super excited about. And the other one is that I do have a piece of Murakami pre-ordered, which will hopefully get fulfilled. And you guys will see both of those in unboxings, hopefully at some point soon this year. But when it comes to Preloved, my list is quite a bit more expensive. I meant to say extensive, but it's expensive as well. This list is very, very heavy on bags. You'll notice that I had no brand new bags from store on my list. That's because I don't have any brand new bags from store on my list currently, with exception of Paris, which I think that one's going to be a separate video. But the item that I am first and foremost having as a priority on my Preloved wish list this year is getting a navy Lady Dior small size with gold hardware. These normally go up for around anywhere between $2,500 and $4,000, and I definitely want to stay closer to that 3 mark. But this is a bag that I absolutely love, the Lady Dior. I've tried on the small size. I think it works really great on me. I do not have a solid navy bag, and so this one to me is just the perfect solid navy bag for me. I will not be buying this brand new from store, because brand new from store, it costs ridiculous amounts of money. And so I will definitely be looking Preloved for this and just waiting for the right time and the right deal to come up. Another Preloved bag that I'm looking at, Preloved simply because I think that the new in-store price is ridiculous, is the Prada Re-Edition 2005 in Saffiano leather, specifically in the wave blue. So I tried this on in, I think it was July, in Orlando when I was down there just doing a shopping day, and I really love this bag. This bag is really, really great, but I do not think this is a bag that is worth over $2,000. To me, this is a $1,500 bag, and so I'm keeping my eye on the Preloved market for it to show up, for me to be able to snap up and bring into my collection. This is a color I think that I could wear so, so much, that would give me blue, would give me color, would give me brightness, but would also go with everything in my wardrobe. So I'm definitely after this one, but if it doesn't happen this year, if it doesn't come up, I'm totally cool to wait, as like I said, I don't want to pay more than $1,500 for this bag. Another specific bag that I am hunting Preloved is going to be from Celine, and I think it's pronounced Bissace or Bissay. I'm not entirely sure. I really need to work on French this year. That is one of my big goals, is to get back with French this year. 16 in brown. This, I really, really need a better brown crossbody bag that is in this color brown. I think that this is a really beautiful shape. I think it is a gorgeous leather from Celine, because Celine does incredible leather, and it's very, very me. The only thing that I'm concerned about is it too small for me? And so I've seen some Preloved. I'm kind of keeping my eye out for one to pop up on a Preloved site that I can order it in and try it, to see if this is definitely a bag that would work for me. But I'm highly, highly interested in this style. It's just a question of, does it actually work for me or not? Now, a bag that I have been influenced on heavily is a bag that I saw on the YouTuber Janae. I saw her, and I forget the exact name of her channel, but I saw this bag on a video where she did a collab with her and Cassie Thorpe. And she had this gorgeous olivey bronze color patent leather Chanel bag, and I love this color. This color is just amazing. And so I'm keeping my eye out for this bag to show up. I think it's from like 2010, 2011. I'm keeping an eye out for it in like a walk, in a small Chanel classic flap, even in a mini I would be open to. I found this past year that I love my Chanel walk and I love my Chanel small classic flap, 2 things I never thought that I would say. I got the bags and I fell in love with them. And so if this color specifically were to come up, I'm definitely keeping an eye out for it on the Preloved market. The final thing that I'm keeping an eye out for is the right winter style Fendi chain baguette. So another bag that really, really took me by surprise was the yellow Fendi chain baguette that I got in New York. I love this bag. I got it from What Goes Around Comes Around, and I've loved this bag. I love carrying this bag. It is one of my favorite bags. But the yellow is very, very bright, and spring and summer and even going into fall, but I'm not really sure that it's a winter bag. It is very, very bright for winter, and so I would love more of like a chocolate in this bag. I'm always after a chocolate bag. I haven't found the right chocolate bag yet. Maybe looking at this bag in a shearling. I know there's a shearling one on Vestiaire Collective that I've been watching that is really pretty. And so I would just love to add a winter version of this bag that would go really well with my winter wardrobe to my collection, because I really, really do love this style. Now, I am not a fan of Preloved shoes because it's just weird for me putting my feet in something that the other people's feet have been in. But with luxury shoes, you can very much tell if it is a new shoe or if it is an old shoe. And if it is a shoe that someone has worn or if it is a shoe that someone has not worn. If it is a new shoe that someone hasn't worn and it happens to be a style that they don't make anymore, I'm perfectly happy to go with that shoe. And there are two pairs that I'm keeping an eye out for that aren't at exorbitant prices, and that is a pair of Christian Louboutin Biancas. And I want the 120 millimeter. I know that I talked earlier in this video about wanting the 85 heel in the Kates, that I have a nice lower heel. Well, I also want a whole lot higher heel as well. And so this in the black patent or even in the nude, I would be super thrilled to find. So I'm keeping my eye out for these because I was obsessed with these shoes in college. And then when I got to the point where I could afford to buy these shoes, they weren't making these shoes anymore. So I would absolutely love to find a pair of these and have a pair of these in my collection. Also, when my husband and I finally got to go on our honeymoon in Hawaii, even though it was 2 years after we got married, there was a pair of shoes in Chanel that I was really shocked by how much that I loved. And that was the Chanel Crazy CC. I think that this was the medium height that I tried on. If I can find the footage, I will put it in. If not, I'll try to get screenshots from YouTube where I was showing this video. But I loved these shoes. And I wish that I had bought these shoes because they are really cool. They're really fun. But priced on the resale market, they are insane. And so if I were to come across this pair at a reasonable price, I would definitely be really interested in getting these as well. And then I have two specific pieces of Preloved clothing that I'm kind of considering adding to my collection this year. And the first of which is kind of insane. And I do know the exact reason why I'm into this. It is this Louis Vuitton shirt. So this is from like 2005, spring, summer 2005, I think. And it is just this crazy like denim and sequin and blue, and it's so loud, but it is also so, to me, Hannah Montana. And I grew up in the age of Hannah Montana, and so I see this and I just absolutely fall in love with it. And What Goes Around Comes Around had one. They had it in a 34, and I think I would definitely need at least a 36, if not a 38. And I just absolutely love this top so much. I would love to have this. I could see myself definitely wearing this, not all the time, but I could definitely see myself wearing this. And so it is something that is on my radar if I happen to come across it in a consignment store. The other piece of Preloved that I'm looking for is a Fendi Zucca print skirt. So again, another thing that I've seen on What Goes Around Comes Around. I'm not a big logo person, but I really love the Fendi Zucca in this skirt. I think that it is really cool. I think it's also pretty subtle. I think that on the skirt, it gives a lot of texture without being overly logo because it is like a brown on brown. So I do really, really like this canvas style skirt, and I would also like to find this in my size and pick it up if I'm out shopping somewhere at a consignment store. And so I think that this is where I'm going to end this video. I've told you guys what is on my brand new wish list, what is on my Preloved wish list for 2025. Definitely the two biggest priorities are going to be my tag watch and the Lady Dior, but we will see what else comes up throughout the year. And make sure to be subscribed, as I'm also going to do a video talking about my Paris wish list for that potential trip in August. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. And I would love to know in the comments down below, what is the top item on your wish list. Bye.